is that we said we will protect school budgets, and we have. We have seen record levels of funding going into schools in this country.
We are currently seeing the largest cuts to funding since the 1990s, with £3 billion per year to be cut by 2020. This is the average of £403 reduction per primary school pupil. The Education Services Grant, which funds school improvements, has been cut 75%, the equivalent of £600 million. These cuts are putting strain on schools as class sizes are rising and staff numbers are decreasing. Peter Selland, Chief Economist at the Education Policy Institute, said, "It is very uncertain whether such savings can be made without harming standards."
I have witnessed the negative impact these cuts have made on the inclusion of a child with a severe form of dyslexia. During my recent practice, I was aware that a boy in my class was disregarded for interventions and support with his difficulty to read and write, as his needs were not deemed a priority for the allocation of additional funding. The result of this affected his emotional and cognitive development, and it became my responsibility to find the time to help him to progress.
On the other hand, during my placement, the school used funding cuts to their advantage. Instead of drafting in supply teachers to cover staff PPA time, they utilised one of the teaching assistants by promoting her to full-time PPA cover. This saved on cost, meaning they could apply these funds to higher priority resources, as well as sustaining continuity with the pupils as they were being taught by a familiar member of staff.
Head teachers are at the centre of drastic funding cuts, making incredibly difficult decisions in an attempt to balance the books, whilst providing our children with the quality education they deserve. Wisterton Academy have transformed their school into outstanding from requires improvement in 2008. Linda Davies, the head teacher, has stated the school is now set to lose £50,000 to its budget. This is the equivalent of 3 staff members. What will be the daily implications of a reduction of this scale? Are there any positives?
Well, as a matter of fact, some head teachers are trying to make the best out of a bad situation by deploying their limited staff numbers in more creative ways, such as having specialist staff working with more than one individual. This is known to have a beneficial impact on children, as the Deployment and Impact of Support Staff project found that after studying children's progression with and without a teaching assistant, they concluded that pupils receiving the most support from TAs made less progress than similar pupils who received little or no support from TAs. Therefore, losing TAs due to the funding cuts might have more of a positive, long-term effect on children's attainment.